Hi everybody, it's Christina from Adventures in Polish Land, and happy Friday to you. In today's Friday Reads, I have a reading update. I wanted to let you know what videos I uploaded this week. I have a one book haul, and I think that's about it. So let's jump right in. I did finish Flight Behavior by Barbara Kingsolver. I finished it on Monday. So it was due back at the library on Saturday. Didn't finish it in time. I kept it through Sunday, nearly finished it, but I had to bring it to work and read it on my lunch break on Monday, and luckily I finally finished it. So I returned it a little bit late, which I hate to do, but I did get it back to the library in a somewhat timely manner. Overall, I really enjoyed this book. I gave it a 4-star rating. It is a great mix of climate fiction with exploring what life is like in Tennessee in this Appalachian area. And I really liked how the author talked about the science climate change aspect of the story and made it fit in seamlessly with our protagonist's real life. So that was really great. I love seeing all of those connections throughout the story. Definitely a slower paced read, but still very enjoyable. And now I am reading The Dog Stars by Peter Heller. This one is set in a post-apocalyptic Colorado. So a flu pandemic has killed nearly everyone, and our main character and his dog are really the only people around in his area, except for one other man that he is friendly with, I guess you could say. They are pretty much dealing with each other to get through this time, and the story is following his life as a survivalist, essentially. So it's really interesting. I do love a post-apocalyptic novel. I love dystopian novels, so this definitely fits into that. I am about, a little less than halfway through right now. It reads pretty quickly because, as you can see, a lot of the page is chopped up paragraphs, and they vary in length. Some of them are very short, some of them are longer, and the writing itself is a little bit experimental, I would say. Not a lot of punctuation, a lot of stream of consciousness, but not fully. It's hard to explain, but because of that, it took me a little while to get into it, but I am really enjoying the book. A little bit dude bro, but still enjoyable for me. And I hope to finish that over the weekend, and then I can move on to one of the other books on my April TBR. This week on my YouTube channel, I did publish 2 videos. The first was a review of the Book of Unknown Americans, and the second was a review of Out of the Dust. So I will leave both of those videos linked in the description box if you'd like to watch them, or if you missed them. In those reviews, I really go a little bit more in depth into the books. I talk a little bit about the summary, my thoughts on the book, and then anything that stood out to me. So I know I mentioned all of my reads in these Friday Reads videos, but those are an option if you'd like more information. And then this week in the mail, I did get one book, and it's a book that I ordered back in February. So one of my goals this year was to do my taxes in February, and I finished them on the last day of the month, so it's still counted. And as a reward to myself, I decided to buy a book. As you might know, I'm a big Broadway musical fan, and one of the actors who I saw in Newsies wrote a YA book, and it is about Broadway. So I thought I would buy it because if I ordered it through Books of Wonder, I could have it signed and personalized. So the book is Limelight, and it is by Andrew Keenan-Bolger. I will show you his picture, because if you've seen Newsies, he was the one that played Crutchy in the musical. Obviously not in the movie with Christian Bale, but he is in the Pro Shot on Disney Plus if you'd like to see him there. But this book sounded right up my alley. I don't read a lot of young adult anymore, but this one says, fame meets rent in this powerful story from Broadway star Andrew Keenan-Bolger. And I know it's about teenagers at a musical arts high school, and I think it has a LGBT element as well. So if it's going to mention rent, I will probably enjoy it. And it was nice to get a signed copy. So on the inside it says, "To Christina, thanks for stepping into this story," and he signed it. So it did take quite a while for this book to come. Like I said, I ordered it February 28th and it just came this past week, but that is because it was a signed and personalized copy, so I had to wait for him, of course, to go to the store and sign it. It was actually pretty cool because a few days before I got my shipping notice, he had posted on his Instagram story of him signing a bunch of books, so my book is probably in that pile somewhere, which is really fun to think about. And that book is obviously set in New York City, so once I pick New York for the American Lit Reading Challenge, that could certainly be a contender. I'm sure I have a bunch of options for New York. That's one of the states that I read the most books from or about, and I think it's just a really popular place, both New York City and upstate New York, to write about. So we'll see if I end up reading that for the challenge or just at another time, but I am excited to get to it. That's pretty much it for me this week in terms of reading. I hope to read a lot this weekend, and I also hope to film a bunch of YouTube videos because I had filmed a lot of YouTube videos during my staycation from work about 3 or so weeks ago, and I had scheduled them out, and now I'm at the point where all of those videos are done, so I need to film some more. I am still behind on my book reviews, so I need to catch up with those, and before I know it, we'll be at the end of April, and it will be time to wrap up the month and pick a new TBR, but I won't count my chickens before they hatch. I hope you are all having a great week and reading a good book. Have you purchased any books lately? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!